Hi, my name is Ferny and I teach yoga here in Austin, Texas. Yoga is a lot of things. So the yoga that we know well is the practice of the asana, which are the poses, and the poses are linked with breath. So the practice of yoga as an exercise is going through the asanas, which is a little bit of what we're going to show you today on the stand-up paddleboard. So SUP yoga is good for everybody, but it is a little bit more challenging just because the balance is completely different. You have to be way more mindful of where your body is, where you place your hands, where you place your feet, just because the movement of the water brings a whole different element to yoga. So for beginners, I'd say that if you're going to try yoga on a SUP board, you have to be really honed into where your body's at. Maybe practice just stand-up paddling before you do yoga on a stand-up paddleboard, and get your feet wet, no pun intended, with what it feels like to be on a board before you try doing poses on it. Start at the top of your board in Tadasana pose. As you take an inhale, lift your arms up, take your gaze up towards the sky, and bend and fold forward with a straight spine. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to fold back down. Plant your hands and step back into plank pose. Exhale to lower to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, and slowly push back into downward facing dog, taking a few breaths here. Inhale the right leg up and bring it through to a low lunge, dropping the back knee. Inhale up to a crescent lunge, bringing the arms up, biceps by your ears. Exhale to plant the hands. Open up into a crescent twist. Exhale to plant the hands. Push back into plank pose. Slowly lower in your exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale using your core to push back to downward facing dog. Letting your chest sink towards your thighs, letting your heels sink towards the board. Take a few breaths here. As you inhale, lift the left leg up and bring it through to a low lunge, dropping the right knee. Inhale, arms come up, biceps by your ears. Exhale to plant the hands. Inhale to open the hand up to come into a crescent twist. Exhale to plant the hands. Step back into plank. Exhale to lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and push back on the exhale to downward facing dog, taking a round of breath here. Tailbone towards the sky, heels sinking towards the ground. Rooting through your hands. Inhale to look forward and step towards the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to come all the way up. Stretch the arms and the gaze up. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, sit back into chair pose, taking the weight of your body towards your heels. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back into plank pose, keeping hips at shoulder height. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale to push back into downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here. Inhale, right leg comes up. And exhale, right leg comes through. Drop the back knee and come up into crescent lunge. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank pose, lower into chaturanga, and take an inhale on the upward facing dog. Exhale and push back into downward facing dog. From here, inhale the left leg up and bring it through to a low lunge. Drop the back knee. Inhale, come up into crescent lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale to plant the hands, step back into plank, and lower in chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, look forward and step to the top of the board. Inhaling to come into halfway lift with a straight spine. Exhaling to fold. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze, and exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, take the gaze and the arms up. Exhale, fold with a straight spine to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, stretch the crown of the head long. Exhale, fold, plant your hands and step back into plank pose. On the exhale, lower into chaturanga, and on the inhale, pull up into upward facing dog. Exhale, using your core to push back into downward facing dog, taking 3 deep breaths here. As you're ready, on your inhale, take the right leg up and bring it through to a low lunge. From here, drop the back knee and come up into a crescent lunge. Plant the hands back, push back into plank, exhaling in chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale to push back into downward facing dog. Taking a round of breaths here. As you're ready, inhale the left leg up, bring it through into a low lunge, dropping the back knee. On your inhale, take the arms up into a low crescent lunge. And as you exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank pose, lower in chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale to push back into downward facing dog. Another round of breath is taken here. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, right leg comes through to a low lunge. From here, pivot the back leg flat and come into warrior 2. Drop the front hand and come into extended side angle. Take an inhale here. Drop the left hand. Come into plank pose. Lower into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 round of breath here. Take an inhale to bring the left leg up. Exhale to bring it through. Pivot the back leg down and come up into warrior 2. From here, bring the left hand down and come into extended side angle, bringing the right hand up and over the ear. On the exhale, lower your hands, come into plank pose, chaturanga, and inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale to push back into downward facing dog. Take a round of breath here. From here, look forward and step to the front of the board, taking an inhale to halfway lift and an exhale to fold. Inhale, hands come all the way up, gaze comes up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Come to the top of the board in mountain pose. Inhale, hands come up, gaze goes up to the sky. Exhale, fold with a straight spine, hands touch the floor. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. From here, step back into plank. Lower into chaturanga. Inhale to pull up into upward facing dog. And exhale to push back into downward facing dog. On your next inhale, take the right leg up and bring your knee to your nose, shifting forward into plank with the right leg lifted. Exhale to push it back out. Inhale to bring right knee to right elbow. Exhale to push it out. Inhale, right knee to left elbow twist. Exhale to push the right leg out and set it back down to come into downward facing dog. Take 1 round of breath here. On your next inhale, take the left leg up and bring your left knee to your nose, coming into a plank. Exhale, left leg shoots up. Inhale, left knee to left elbow. Exhale, leg comes up. Inhale, left knee to right elbow twist. Exhale, leg comes up. And drop back down to downward facing dog. Take a round of breath here. So today's was a beginner sequence, which goes through sun salutations. And what sun salutations are basically the warm-ups to a yoga sequence. So what we did today is a simple inhale, exhale, follow the breath with the movement, sun sequence. The reason why that's helpful is because just like in any other exercise, we need a warm-up. So the sun salutations help as not just a beginner sequence, but even the most intermediate yogi should be doing some warm-up stretches and sun salutations to help get their body ready for more intermediate postures.
The Balboa Bamboo stand-up paddleboard is made with SurfTech's renowned quality in engineering and loaded with features. Its wide 34-inch standing platform increases stability, making it a great yoga, touring, and recreational board. At 12 feet in length, the pulled-in squash tail makes it more maneuverable than other boards this length. The durable AST construction makes it light and low maintenance, and an EVA deck pad provides cushion for hours of comfortable paddling. The Balboa also has a leash plug at the tail to secure your leash, PFD, or dock tether, and a security bar in the center handle to allow you to lock up your board with ease. The board is beautifully built with a real bamboo veneer deck and bottom coated with a clear deck lamination. The Balboa comes with an adjustable length aluminum shaft paddle. For more information on this and other SUP boards offered by ACK, visit ack.com or click on the link at the end of this video.